Okay. Given that I am a student of counseling and I am not a licensed therapist, the following simulation is used solely for the purpose of academic practice and training, and all parties involved understand that this exercise is for education purposes only. Okay. So, last time we were talking about how you want to exercise more, and that's not really working out for you.
No, not quite.
So I wanted to go over a little bit about how your beliefs and your thoughts and your assumptions all translate into actions. Okay. So if you think about it, people have these beliefs that are deep inside, and they might not even be aware of them. Okay? All right. And then those influence, they're kind of in between things that they might be somewhat aware of. That's where you assume things about the world or your life or whatever. And then that also comes along with, like rules that you set for yourself. I always do this or I never do that. And just attitudes, assumptions. So those are your intermediate beliefs. Now these things that you might or might not be aware of influence your automatic thoughts. And if you remember, automatic thoughts are the thoughts that just kind of spontaneously pop into your head, and you don't really think about them a whole lot. It's just kind of there. And usually they're just accepted. All right. Now, when you have a situation like you want to exercise, and then maybe an automatic thought pops in your head, like last time we were talking, well, I'm too tired. That's your automatic thought. And that causes the reaction, which is then could be you feel a little bit sad because you're too tired and you're not doing what you wanted to, or behaviorally because you're not exercising because your thought told you that you were too tired, even though you might not have actually considered whether or not you really were tired. Do you understand?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so we're good so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so the goal then is to change your underlying beliefs. That then changes your intermediate beliefs, changes your automatic thoughts, and then when the situation comes up, you can react differently. And that can take a while. Usually you start a little easier. Okay, so do you understand how this would work?
Yes.
All right. Can you say back so I can make sure that we have a good understanding?
So basically, you're going to try to change. It sort of changes your thought process because you're changing your belief, which then changes your thoughts, which affect your actions.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, our goal last week, or last time, was that you would set up some type of a flexible schedule for exercising so that even though your work schedule changed, you would have some idea as to when you might exercise during the week. So, did you get anything done?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. So, let's think about this for a minute. What happened during the week?
Basically, just my schedule is still busy, and it's hard to take the little time that I do have that's not at work, and schedule it for that when I'm so used to just scheduling it to hang out with other people.
Okay, so you're having trouble altering your social schedule.
Yeah.
Because you want to hang out with people even though you want to exercise at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about when you come into that choice of, well, do I schedule hanging out with people or do I schedule exercising?
I think right now I forget. Like, I'll get my schedule and I forget that I was supposed to, like, it's not even necessarily a clear decision in my mind. It's just, oh, on Wednesdays I always go dancing with my friends, so on Wednesday I'm going to go dancing with my friend. Or, like, I have these patterns, and so I don't even think about exercising because that's not part of my pattern.
Okay. So so no real thoughts then come into your head. You're just automatically doing. So that would kind of fall under the intermediate beliefs, I guess, because you're just going with your rules, the things that you always do, and your patterns and assumptions. You know, I always go hang out with my friends, so I'm going to do that this week.
And then last night I was thinking, I was laying in bed, and it was about 11 o'clock, and I was like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to go to bed right now. So I could figure out something to do, or I could sit and not do anything. And basically my automatic thought was just that I don't know what to do. Like, I haven't researched it. I haven't talked to anybody who knows very many exercises, so I personally don't really know what to do. So when that time comes that I do have time and I do have energy, I don't know what to do about it.
Okay. So you need to figure out what exercises you want to do when you have the time to do them.
Yeah. And, like, I wouldn't really want to go for a walk or run because it was late at night, but I could do, like, just, like, push-ups or crunches or something like that.
So, you need to come up with something that you can fit in when you have time.
Mm-hmm.
And what has prevented you from actually doing that so far? Any thoughts on that?
Probably just that I don't remember it when I have time to do it, and then I'll remember it when I don't have time to do it.
Okay. But last night you might have had time to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So what thoughts were going through your head then? I don't know what to do, so what might have prevented you from doing it?
I just kind of was sitting there and I was like, well, I don't really know what to do, so instead I'm going to upload this picture onto Instagram and check Instagram and do this instead.
Okay. So you just let yourself get distracted.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
A little disappointed that I didn't actually do it, but then when I distracted myself, I was fine because I was distracted.
Okay. Alright. So if we're going to work on this,
Mm-hmm.
alright, where do you think we should start?
Maybe making it a little more attainable.
Not setting so high a goal?
Yeah, maybe starting, because I think if I set that high goal, it'll take me forever to actually even start, but if I set a low goal, then I can build it up and it will be more reasonable.
Stair step your way up.
Yeah. So one thing that I was thinking about this the other day. I was at work and I was at Chick-fil-A, and there was two of my coworkers, but they were like on a different position because I was in the back and they were in the front, but there's a window, so I could hear their conversation and we were kind of talking back and forth, but it was towards the end of my shift.
Okay.
And so they were talking about how they both love exercising, and they both exercise all the time. And we had been communicating with each other, but then they were having a personal conversation about exercising, but I heard it. And I was just thinking that they might be good people to talk to about it and see what exercises they could give me. Because sometimes when I do look up exercises, they're difficult, like really difficult, because they're for people who exercise all the time or have like muscles built already, and if I don't have those muscles built, I need a beginner level little tiny exercise.
Right.
And so I thought that they might be good people to talk to.
Okay. So, you want to start off a little slower.
Yeah.
Alright. So, and you're thinking that talking to them might be a good start. Give you some ideas as to beginner level exercises.
And they enjoy it. Like, they enjoy their exercises. So I want to know what exercises they find enjoyable. Because, first of all, they're probably going to be exercises that I would find enjoyable. But even if I don't, I'm talking to people who are excited about it and they like it a lot. And sometimes that will feed off onto me, even if it's something that I typically didn't like. But this person loves it so much, so then I'll start to like it too.
Something to build up your motivation.
Exactly.
Okay. So then, I'd like to give you some homework this time.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Alright, so, first, you have a little trouble remembering what you were thinking when you think back. So maybe keep a journal of any automatic thoughts that you might have. So when you come up to that time where you have an opportunity to exercise and you don't, maybe then or just a little bit later, jot down what thoughts you had in your head and how you felt, just so that you can remember a little better. And then also talk to those two girls.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with some basic ideas. That would be a nice, easy step. So you can start identifying your automatic thoughts, and from there we can start to determine your beliefs, so we can work on changing them. And then also you're taking little baby steps towards your goal.
Yeah, that sounds very good. That sounds much more attainable.
Okay. So, I think we're about good on time.
All right.
Any feedback you want to give me? What did you think? Anything that sticks out to you?
I thought that when you said to keep a journal, I thought that was a really good idea because, first of all, it's going to help me remember. It's going to help me remember, but it's also going to keep me accountable because you're physically, like, doing something, you're writing down your thoughts. So I think that's going to also help me be motivated to actually do things.
Okay. Good. Anything else? Anything, I don't know, anything else?
I thought it was really good.
That was really good? Okay. Alright, well, thank you for your help.
My pleasure.